Hello, Soul Group, the Divine Goddess here, and I'm glad to be here back with you all today. So let's talk today a little bit about your soul ascension. Now, I talked a little bit about this in the previous video. You can go back and watch that one when I talked about my ascension symptoms and things like that. But I want to talk about how do you know if you are ascending? How do you know if you are ascending into this 5D? Now, according to a lot of the mystics, like I mentioned, they are saying that we are already in the 5D realm. We have left 3D realm and we are now in the 5D realm. So what does that mean? That means that your soul is ascending. Everything that you thought previously has become an illusion. I mean, we already know that everything that we think and everything that we manifest and all these limiting beliefs that we've grown up to believe, they're all limiting beliefs. We already know that, right? So now it's going to become more apparent. It's going to get to the point now where you are literally going to be able to use your gifts and your talents, the things that you've been hiding because of your limiting beliefs, because of where you were. I just want to give you a story. I mean, this week has just been so powerful for me. I've been purging and cleansing and crying and seeing myself, the things that made me feel unworthy, going back to my childhood. I literally had a talk with my child last night, my inner child last night, and telling her, how everything is going to be okay. I really, I started to remember reasons why I feel stuck in certain areas of my life, and mainly it's because of the things that I've seen and the things that I've been through as a child. So I am a business owner, right? I always talk about that I'm an entrepreneur. I work from home, and I've been working from home for almost 4 years now, and 2.5 of those years I was married. And I relied heavily on my husband at the time, and I didn't really realize it, how heavily I relied on him to for financial security. And so I've been on my own now for 14 months. This is July, almost 15 months now, and I had an awakening, and it wasn't just financial security that I've been after or I've been holding on to for all of these years. It was emotional security. I always wanted people to be there emotionally for me, because as a child growing up, I had two hardcore parents. They both, I don't want to say drug addicts. What my father was, I don't know too much of my mother was, but I believe she dabbled in drugs as well. Alcoholism, abuse. So that's the environment that I grew up in. Poverty. So I never had anything that I really truly wanted. I remember one time my mother bringing me some Gloria Vanderbilt. They were like corduroy jeans, and I was so happy, because before then I would never wear jeans. I always wore these skirts. We used to shop at a wholesale thrift store. That's how I used to get my clothes from there. They were irregular. Nobody knew as a child growing up that this is what I had to endure. And it took a toll on me, and I was called, lots of different names as a child. Stupid and jackass, and I mean, you name it, I was called this. I was getting nuggied in my head if I didn't know the right answers to certain things. As far as my studies go, it was a lot of emotional and mental and physical abuse that I endured as a child, and so and the feelings of poverty. So when I lived on my own now as a single mother, and even when I was married, I still had these beliefs. I just didn't know exactly where they were stemming from. I couldn't put it into words. I just knew that I had these beliefs. I knew that I was not happy. I knew that there was a fear there, but I wasn't totally 100% sure where it came from. Now, my husband at the time, yes, he is a narcissist. I can truly, honestly say that. I married a narcissist. I married an abuser. Well, the narcissists are abusers. And I want to tell you this because even while I was married, I had security issues. Even though he was an abuser, a narcissist, alcoholic, drug user, I started to see these patterns of my parents in my life. And that was one of the reasons why I had to move away from him. And this was years. I mean, I was married for years. I was with him for years. Upwards of almost 20 years we were together. And in the beginning, I did the things that he did. And I saw myself becoming like my parents. I saw myself becoming like my parents. They were addicted to each other, and they had their own outside addictions. They didn't have any security for their children, no roof over their heads. I remember sleeping in a shelter. Like, these are the things, and these are the things that I've grown up with in my heart, in my subconscious, that I've had to heal. And last night, I had to heal myself of it. Because, and let's go back to me being an entrepreneur. Now, I don't know if you're an entrepreneur, or maybe you want to be an entrepreneur, but you have these limiting beliefs. These limiting beliefs of you not being enough. You not being enough. And I'm going to tell you right now that you cannot run a successful business like that. I've had successes like this. This is how my business has been. And a lot of it is because, I consciously want to create a multi-million dollar business. Consciously. However, subconsciously, in the back of my subconscious, which is what rules your actions and helps you to manifest, is telling me that I can't do it. Who am I to do it? And these are the things that my ex-narcissist husband used to say to me. You think you can do all this stuff. You're just a regular person. All you do is talk SHIT all day. So he would literally, I apologize for my dog in the background. He would literally belittle me and tell me that my efforts were no good. And so I had to get away from him because I knew that he was trying to sabotage me. And so, I have a lot of stories about my ex-narcissist husband. I'll talk a lot about narcissism on this channel, as a matter of fact. I'll talk a lot about narcissism on this channel because some of you, especially if you're an empath, you are probably dealing with a narcissist. Most likely. I don't know for sure, but most likely you probably are. Most empaths hook up with narcissists. And it's not until you learn to love yourself. And this is what I had to do. And I'm on this journey of self-love, self-healing. This is where I am right now. All these years, I've always thought I loved myself. I remember I had a friend, and a couple months ago, he said, "Do you love yourself?" And I said, "Yeah, of course I love myself." He's like, "Are you sure?" And that kind of hit me because nobody had ever asked me that before. And I don't know what I was talking about at the time. I probably was complaining about something or, talking about my problems. And he just stopped me and was like, "Do you love yourself?" And then he started telling me, "Are you doing these mirror exercises that, I told you about?" And, at that point, I had delved in personal development for years. Saying affirmations. I had done all that stuff. But where I fell short, and this is where I'm working on myself to become a better version of myself, because we all are perfect no matter what. But we just don't realize it. It's my relationships. My relationships with intimate relationships and my relationships with money. And those two, I apologize for my doggy Chi-Chi in the background, are an extension of my childhood. Growing up, I saw unhealthy relationships between two intimate people, my parents, and I saw a very unhealthy relationship with money. We had none. And because we let money control our lives, my parents, and they had none, they manifested nothing in our reality. Nothing. And so I've done the opposite, right? I've been able to move my children to beautiful sunny Florida. I've been able to keep a roof over their heads, but there are times where I get so nervous, like literally. So this is what I'm trying to heal. I want to give my children what I've never had. And I have done that all this time. But now I'm like, okay, can I continue? And these are the limiting beliefs. And I realized that I put myself in circumstances as well, like sabotaging circumstances. And I had to face that. And I'm like, why do I sabotage myself? Why don't I do the things I need to do as an entrepreneur so that I can not just live getting by, but so I can live abundantly? Not just enough to pay the bills, but I want to live where I have, an abundance of money. Money in the bank, money under my mattress, money in, my pillow, whatever. Open up a drawer in my kitchen, there should be money. That's how I want to live. So I had to understand that even though I broke through, some of the limiting beliefs of poverty and, not having enough, I still struggle with that. And that's where I am right now in my ascension. Going into the dark, deep depths of my childhood traumas, the limiting beliefs, the unconscious beliefs that I have about myself, my relationships, intimately and with money. And it's deep and it hurts and I was literally crying. I've been crying these past couple of days because it's healing. And I'm breaking through, and I'm doing this on my own. I probably should have, a Reiki healer or someone. I wish I could find somebody that'll help me through this process. But I'm sure as I continue on this process, I will find someone, because that's how the universe works. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. But for now, I've been watching some great YouTube videos, and really it's just been coming over me automatically as I sit in my meditations, and just asking for healing and showing and asking to be shown where I need healing. And it's been very, very powerful. But I know this is just the beginning. I've healed a lot of things about myself. I used to smoke marijuana. I used to smoke cigarettes. I used to drink a lot of alcohol. All those things have been removed out of my life. And yes, there's been times when I've revisited, not the cigarettes part, but the marijuana and the alcohol. And even now, I still drink a glass of wine every now and then, but I used to get drunk like every night. Marijuana was a part of my relationships, all of them. I can't think of one relationship that I've had where marijuana wasn't a part of it. I'm talking about an intimate relationship. And so these things are what have, because the marijuana helps you to just like relax and like, go into another dimension when you're with somebody, and it makes you feel very sexual and sensual. And so I realized that I've been relying on those things, unconsciously relying on those things to feel sexy, to feel loving. And whereas I know I don't need those things, because I'm beautiful, I'm sexy, I'm loving, I'm all of those things without it. But I had to search inside of myself. And even now, if I, talk to someone who smokes marijuana, and I'm not saying marijuana is bad. I'm not saying that at all, because a lot of, I think it could be great with your ascension process. I think so. To each his own. I've had good experiences with marijuana. I've had bad experiences with marijuana. But ultimately, it's an herbal plant, and it's here for our consumption if you use it the right way. And I believe marijuana can help you with your creativity and things like that. But I'm not here to talk about marijuana. I'm here to talk about my own issues that I've had, and that I've noticed that was a recurring situation with me. And that I had to heal inside of myself, and that I'm still healing within myself. So this is an ongoing journey. And there's nothing I need to fix about myself, because remember, we are all perfect. However, there are things that if you allow them to hold you back, They will. So what are those things that are holding you back? What things are you holding on to subconsciously, intimately, mentally, emotionally, that you need to release so that you can live your best life? Because ultimately, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. I believe that this 5D world is all about living your best life, tuning into your gifts, your talents, all of those things that make you who you are, who you are already. But we got so much baggage holding us down. You know, like I'm thinking of um, Erykah Badu's song, "Bag Lady, You're Gonna Hurt Your Back," dragging all those bags like that. We've become bogged down. We're not light. We're not light. Remember, we're supposed to be light beings, but we're bogged down with the ways of the world, with the childhood traumas, with the limiting beliefs, with the religions, with the politics, with, I mean, all of this stuff is just, with the war and the famine, and I mean, all this stuff is just weighing us down. And we can't live our true authentic self because we don't even know we don't even know who that true authentic self is. Believing what people told us and not going within and really finding out who you are and what it is that's holding you back from being that true person that you need to reflect out in the world, out in the universe. So I just wanted to share that with you all today. My wish, my prayer is that you will dig deep inside of yourself and ask the hard questions. Ask the hard questions because you may not like what comes up, but you're going to get an answer. Ask, what is it that's holding you back? If you feel stuck in some sort of way, ask your higher self. Ask the universe, what is holding me back? What do I need to heal? What do I need to cleanse out of my life? What is it? And I guarantee you, you're going to get some answers. And you may be crying like I was. Hey, crying is healing. In my opinion, crying is healing. Because when you finish crying, you get a whole new perspective. Like literally, once I finished crying, I was able to heal that little girl. And I told her, I'm like, you're going to be okay. You're going to grow up. You're going to have some amazing kids. Like, you're going to be an entrepreneur. You are going to inspire people. You're going to be great. I know it's tough right now. I know you don't feel loved. You don't feel cherished. You don't feel heard. You feel small. You feel insignificant. I know. I know. But I love you. I love you. And I'm gonna create a great life for you. I've created a great life for you. So just bear with it. Know that you are loved. Even if you don't think anybody else loves you, I love you. I love you. And I'm here for you. That's what I told my little girl. That's what I told and I even called myself by my nickname, which I was called when I was a little kid. And I just cried and I just stroked her and held her. And I was like, we good. We're good. You're going to accomplish so much. You're going to be a great person. You are a great person. So, like I said, you're going to want to heal. This ascension is deep. And you are going to want to pay attention. Pay attention to your dreams. I dreamt about karma last night, how to clear my karma. Like, I was just dreaming all kinds of stuff last night. My relationship karma. I got to get rid of all that stuff because I want to manifest my twin flame, the one I'm going to be with for the rest of my life. And I know he's out there somewhere, He's not a narcissist. He's a beautiful man that I'm attracted to. And on every level, mentally, physically, spiritually, we have a spiritual connection. We have a mental connection, a physical connection. And I'm excited about that, And as far as my business goes, I understood why. I'm making money, but I always feel like I never have enough. Some of that is just my limiting beliefs. And some of it is because I'm not doing what I need to do to become abundant, totally abundant. So that's what I've been working on today. Like literally I started today working on this, even though I had some mishaps, but that's how things work too. But I'm so excited. And you should be too, because this is a great time. This is a beautiful time to look deep inside of yourself and see what you're missing so that you can put the pieces together. Even last night I had an epiphany that I need to write a book. I mean, I've been writing a book, but I'm about to write a different type of book. So this journey is going to be eye-opening for you. It probably already is. Please, leave me some comments below and let me know what your journey has been like so far. Has it been eye-opening? Has it been like a roller coaster? I know mine has. It's been a total roller coaster. But like I said, it probably was so much of a roller coaster because I wasn't as dedicated as I should have been. I kept going back to my old self. I kept finding people just like my old people. It's just like I just kept doing it. And even when my spirit was telling me, don't do it, I let my flesh take over, this 3D world take over. But no more of that. No more of that. That's why I'm dedicated to this channel. I'll be uploading videos very, very frequently, hopefully every single day. That's my plan, because I want to be a guiding light. I don't want to be a hypocrite. I want to walk my walk and talk my talk. And seek ye first the kingdom of heaven. Seek ye first the kingdom within. That's where you got to go. You got to go within. And as soon as you do, everything starts to manifest for you. Like everything. It's crazy. I mean, and as soon as you stop, things stop. It stops. But as soon as you start, you're going to see, you're going to feel it. Like today, this morning, I saged myself. I said, this is my new beginning. It's my new beginning. I went outside. I did my yoga outside in the grass. Did my meditation out in the sun in the grass. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. And that's what I was doing. That's what I was doing a little over a year ago. And I was making so much money in my business. I mean, so much money. The money was coming in, and just as fast as it came in, I just kept spending it out. Because again, that's that poverty consciousness, So, but I'm back on, and now that I know so much about myself, I know so much about my limitations, my limiting beliefs, my fears, my doubts. I know all that stuff now. And now I can create as a creator, co-creating with the ultimate creator, and seeking ye first the kingdom within, the God in me that manifests everything on the outside. So I'm excited about what I'm about to manifest, because I'm about to do some great, great things here, and I know you are too, as long as you do this. And I'm going to share with you some of my manifestation techniques. My water techniques. I'll share with you, some of my crystal, my spiritual bath techniques, and these are things that I know works. I know they work. How to bless your money, all that kind of stuff. Oh, guys, this is exciting. It's exciting, but there's just a few of us out there, so that's why we have to connect in a community like this. I will be looking for communities that I can join, like on Facebook, and I may have to create a new page because I don't want people knowing all my business about what groups I'm joining. So I may have to create a new business, a new Facebook page just for the conscious community, and so I can like join these groups on Quora. Quora is a great community forum. I haven't looked yet, but I'm sure they have some forums and some topics that we as a community can look into. I'm looking for a spiritual mentor that I can actually talk to. I mean, I've been on Facebook. I mean, not Facebook. I've been on YouTube a lot, but I really would like a spiritual mentor that I can actually connect with on a one-to-one basis. Get my astrological chart read. Get my, my tarot read. Just all that stuff. I'm about to get me a deck of tarot cards. So I'm really diving deep into this stuff. I'm really diving deep, And I want to take you guys with me. I want to take you guys with me on this journey. And you probably could teach me a few things. You've probably been, you probably had experiences that I haven't had yet. And yeah, and that's all that's all I really wanted to say. So have a great rest of your day, night, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Love and light. Namaste. I love you. The universal oneness that we all are. It's been your divine goddess. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.